name's Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the Patterson and Gimlin Bigfoot film. And in this film, what I'm going to show you is actually it was two different types of film pasted together and made one complete film. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the frames right here. This is basically I put them in different scenes, like the first scene and second scene, third scene, fourth scene, fifth scene, sixth scene. Okay. Now, when I was analyzing this film, I noticed that between the films, there's two different color elements that we're working with in this film. As you see, scene 1 and 2 have the same color elements, but scene 3 doesn't have the same color elements as the other ones. Scene 4 and 6 also have the same color elements as 2 and 1. And scene 5 actually has the same color elements as scene 3. So what I did was I went ahead and took the scenes that had the same color elements and put them together. And as you see here, as you watch my cursor, each one of these scenes right here has the same color elements. Now here is two scenes that has the same color elements, but they don't have the same color elements as the other film, as the other scenes I showed you. So what I did is I took these scenes and I divided them the way they're supposed to be. Like first, what we're going to do is we're going to view the original film, which is not the original, a copy of the original film, because it's actually been remade in 1968. If you watch my other videos, it was made by Ron Olson of A&E when he remade the film, and that's when these pieces of film was added into it. Now, this is what TV film looks like as we view it. Now, there's a lot of people post this entire footage on there on YouTube, which mostly is for people I've made the copies to, and they put them on there. You know, they say they got it from this person, that person, but that's how it works. But anyway, as you see here, we're watching the whole film. This is down when they're on the creek bed, which I'm also going to make another video where I want to talk about how Bob Gimlin cannot be seen in this film. Like I said, right now we're viewing. Let me stop this video. Right now, that was scene 1. This is scene 2, and as you see, if you look at the trees and the elements and stuff, they're really not that bright red. It's more like a pinkish color and more dull colors to it. And that was scene 1. It was the same way, and this is scene 2. Now I'm going to stop it here. Now this is scene 3. As you see, we can see more bright red now in the back trees. We can actually see more of bright red. So we'll continue this. This is scene 3. As you see, the color, as I showed you before, the red was more of a pinkish color off. It really wasn't too bright, but as you see in here, it is real bright. Now, as you see here, again, now this is scene 4, which also cuts back into duller colors, as you see in this tree right here. Now, here is scene 5. Like I said, now we can start seeing the bright red in the image again, in the frames. We can start seeing the bright red again. And this is the first walk sequence. Now, as you see it transferred over now, we're getting back into dull colors again, not that bright red or anything else. Okay, now that was the full Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot film. So what I did now is I'm going to show you it again, but this time I'm going to show you two different clips. One with all the same color elements into it, and then the same one is in the second one. And I'm going to show you how the color elements fit when you view it, how it fits in, and how the color elements never change. It's always the same. So I'm going to show you these two clips here. First, we're going to show you the clip of scenes 1, 2, 4, and 6. Okay, basically what you just seen there was actually what was seen on original Patterson Gimlin film. Okay, and as you notice, you didn't see the part where Roger Patterson with the striped shirt on and the Bigfoot walking in the first sequence. Now we're going to see that part of the film. Okay, now that is what was added into the film in 1968. So see, what people don't understand about this when I analyze this film, excuse me, oh, excuse me, sorry, they left the air conditioner on all night, and I started getting a little congested this morning and stuff like that, right on top of this allergies. But anyway, what they did was they added these two scenes back into the film in 1968. Because as you see, we see the complete film. Then we watch the film with the two scenes taken out, and because they have the same color elements. And then we see another film which has two different color elements in it. That's why the Bigfoot, if we watch this Bigfoot film, in the beginning it was only walk of 30 seconds in the film. But then after 1968, then we have almost a minute or 57 seconds of the Bigfoot walking. And the first one, which is this one here that you're seeing without scenes 3 and 5 in it, the Bigfoot's walking 30 seconds. And this one here, which is scene 3 and 5, which has Roger Patterson with the striped shirt on, and the first walk sequence, that Bigfoot was only walking in it for 27 seconds. So when we put both of them together, we got to 57 seconds. Even in John Green's film, The Tracking Dog, as you see here, by the color elements, there are different colors of film. There's 3 different types of film here that they was using when they was filming in the Bluff Creek area for the Tracking Dog film. Some of these frames, as you see, they're different color elements. They don't line up like the color elements here. We have white sand for the road, but then we have a beige sand or even a darker sand for the dirt roads. Same as here, you see more of a blue tint in this frame and this frame than they do the other frames. Basically, they was using different types of film. Now, one thing that I found out when we did the color elements on these films is I found out that, see this frame here, and it'd be this frame here and this frame here, shows the same color elements as the one we see in the PG film here. They have these same color elements. It was almost like they're from either same stock of film. But like I said in this video here, I want to show you that in 1968 they added scene 3 and scene 5 back into the film, which places the Bigfoot being filmed at Bluff Creek on 2 different types of film. Now remember, we was told it was one real film. They filmed the Bigfoot at the very end, which again, that's up in the air because when I talked to John Green about it, he told me that the original film shows someone riding horseback in the beginning and scenery. Then you have the short clear section of the Bigfoot walking, and then after that you have again more scenery and more people riding horseback, which placed the Bigfoot in the middle of the film and not at the end of the film as it was claimed. But in 1968 they put this little film together right here, added scenes 3 and 4 into it from another type of film, and then they made the whole complete film on one reel, which is the reel you see today, which Mrs. Patterson has and John Green had and Reenie DeHennen's family got, and all copies were made from that original master that was made by A&E and Ron Olson in 1968. The original film was cut up in pieces, so that's completely gone, the original film. But as I showed you here, the Patterson and Gimlin film is made from two different types of film, because scenes 1, 2, 4, and 6 has the same color elements, which indicates coming from the same reel of film. However, scenes 3 and 5 are from a different film, and because they show different color elements than what we see in the PG film with all the color elements added together. These two scenes, 3 and 5, was added in 1968. That's why the Bigfoot walk sequence went from 30 seconds to 57 seconds. So in this video here, I wanted to point out that the complete Patterson film was actually shot with two different types of film. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. I have more videos coming soon. Thank you, and have a nice day.